welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in once more. Today we're gonna be doing something Easter vibe. I got these arch stands from Amazon that I'm gonna try out today with some arch covers, so stay tuned guys. I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. So basically we're doing two arch, I believe. Okay, so for whoever does not know what the arch I'm referring to, so you know when you do those events and you see those chira walls, they're like the arch walls, but they're usually like wooden walls. And honestly guys, here in New Jersey, those walls, I believe they rent out for, depending on the size, $150 and up. So if you're just getting one, like the small one, I believe is $150, depends on the vendor. The bigger one could be like around $160, $170. Some vendors will, like, say if you rent multiple, they'll give you like say $150 each or whatever like that. So guys, these walls could be really, really expensive, because if you're getting 3 walls and they're combining the price to give you like a deal, you're still paying $450 just for the walls, for 3 walls, and then you have to pay for the delivery. And delivery range, say from, I would say 60 to like 120, depending on your location. So it could really add up, guys. So today, as I've said before in my live, my goal as an event planner, as a balloon artist, is to cater to my clients. Okay, so they always send me like inspos, and I try to find ways to streamline the process. So trying to cut out as much of the middleman as possible, because it makes my job more hectic when I have to keep calling different vendors to get pricing, making sure that the days that they need to set up, that they're available that date and that time, and if they're not, then you have to call another vendor. So there's a lot that goes into event planning, guys, and this is why, like, I always tell people, respect our time, because you are reaching out to us to plan an event for you and possibly decorate that event. And a part of that event planning is to also coordinate with vendors. So you have to call vendors, you know, say somebody wants a full event planning setup or whatever. You're calling the vendors, so you get in the DJ, the cake, the photographer, the videographer, like a bartender, a DJ, whatever it is. All these things that you have to reach out to these individual people. If you want rentals, you got to reach out to a rental company. If you don't provide linens, you have to reach out to like another company to get linens and all those things. So guys, my goal is to streamline, and so far I think I've done a great job as far as the things that I have accumulated over the years, that I'm able to offer to my clients, whether it be like a standalone item or in a package. A lot of the stuff don't get rented by themselves, so what I do is I try to create packages for clients that already include all these things, and that kind of lower the price because I already own these things. So I could package them into a price, to a certain price, without them having to go outside to go rent those things separately. So anyways, long story short, I ordered 2 of these arch, the metal version of the chira walls online from Amazon, and I also ordered some arch covers. These are like more pastel colors because I'm trying to do an Easter setup. So I'm gonna go ahead set up those. I'll let you know. The one that I got, guys, it's decent as far as like the base are nice. It's not like those ugly base metal things. It is metal, but it's not like the regular flimsy ones. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'm gonna set them up and put these covers on, and then yeah, we're gonna do a balloon garland today, Easter balloon garland. So stay tuned, okay? All right, so first off, this is my first thing that I like about this. They came with like bags, so it's easy for you to store and yeah, to carry. Comes with a nice little drawstring. So I like this already, because most of the time you get stuff in the box and then you have stuff all over. If you don't get your own storage bags, you're literally just like carrying like all these medals. So that was the first thing. So I'm gonna do basically unbox this right now. I have not used them. So So far, I already see a difference based off of my arch walls that I already have. I see that these have those little pins. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with these pins, because sometimes even like in my crossbars, like these things go missing and then you can't lock it. So that's what I'm afraid of with this so far. I'm a little scared that if I lose one of these, I won't be able to lock it. The other ones that I have is the one that has the screw that you screw in. I like those. But so far, guys, as far as the material, it's nicer. It's more like a nice shiny gold, not too gold, but it's like a nice shiny gold. It's thicker as far as the diameter. It looks like it's around 1 inch, so it's definitely a thicker pipe. So that's a plus. And it's very lightweight. So I'm gonna go ahead, you know what, let me not put that together. Let me just make sure I have the right ones together. I think there's 3 that I'm going to the top. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of just lay this out. So I'm assuming this is the bigger one. So I got 2 sizes. One is a 4 feet wide by 7.2 feet high. And then the smaller version, I believe it's like a 3.3 feet by 6.6 feet. So this one comes with 4 pieces that goes to the top. So I'm assuming this is the larger one, but we'll see. I'm just gonna. Okay, so here's the base that I was talking about. Like I said, these base are nicer, and it has like these little, let me come closer. So this is what the base look like. Okay, so it's very, very nice compared to the ones that I normally see on these like arches. It comes with like a nice little grip thing in the back. I guess this will help it to stay steady and not move around too much. And it has like a screw hole, so I'm assuming the arch is gonna get screwed into this. It has a nice little weight, guys, so this will actually be pretty good when you start putting the balloons, because you know once you start putting balloons, it kind of like get a little wobbly. So this is actually pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep unboxing this and let you know what I think. Alright, so look at this. Comes with like a nice little elastic thing to kind of keep them together. I like that. I kind of help it stay organized. So there's 2 sets of these, so I'm believing this is the size. Okay, so it comes with 4 pieces. I would say it comes with a lot more pieces than like the regular arches that I've had, like even like say the circle arch. Circle arch I have only come with 11 pieces, and I feel like because they're longer, but it's gonna take 4 pieces to create a side. So being that I know this is for the side, I could go ahead and just connect these. It's pretty sturdy. Like when I look at this, guys, my first instinct is it's probably gonna be flimsy, only because these clip things. But what I'm gonna say is these are actually a little longer than what I've normally seen. You see how much it comes out? Let me put this closer. It's like a nice little extra piece, so it's not gonna just come out. So that's actually good. So this is the bottom piece. So this is what the bottom piece look like, and there's gonna be a cross bar going across to connect them. I guess this is to help stabilize it, so it's not just open in the middle. So this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this piece. Okay. All right, so that's one side. Just put that there. This is the other side. So this is actually like a no-brainer as far as like setting it up, because It literally, these pieces are bigger, longer than the part going across the bottom, so there's no way you can mix that up. Okay, and it's just 4 pieces on each side. And then it seems like it's what, 3 pieces going across the bottom. So I'm just gonna go ahead and connect this one. I like this already, I do. Like I forgot to mention that I actually have another set of these arch things that I purchased like maybe a year ago for a setup, and those are like the old style. So like the first type of circle ring that came out that was really like skinny, and it's the same thing that I have in the arch, and I actually don't use them. I use them for that one event and I never use them after that. So I'm hoping that this is like something nice that I could offer to my clients as a rental or as a alternative to that chira wall, because if I'm able to offer these to my clients, they could get the same look as a chira wall but paying a fraction of the price. And that's the whole point, you know, something cost effective for my clients, and that brings me more business versus outsourcing all these things to another client. I'll be able to offer my clients more if they're going to be able to save on these things but still get the same results. So that's the whole point. So this is the part going across the bottom. It's 3 pieces, and then it just gets attached to this piece here, and everything has a label. So it's this label, so there's no way you can mess this up unless you can't read, but still common sense should kind of chip in at some point there. Okay, so far this is what it looks like. I have not put the base on yet. I should probably put that on before I attach the top piece. So let's see. Okay, so inside of the bag also there is this other little bag with like a Allen key and 2 screws. Okay, so it comes with 2 screws and the Allen key, and this is to screw the base on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. There are holes already on the bottom, so all I have to do is now just put the screw through, right? I'm just gonna kind of screw it in with my hand first and then use the Allen key to tighten. So this is actually pretty easy assemble. Okay, perfect. Now guys, the next one. The thing I like about this, guys, now you even have the option to use it without a cover. The quality is very nice, so you don't have to use it with a cover, but it's your preference. For this setup, I'll be using with a cover just with my demonstration. So there it is so far. Pretty nice, and you can feel the weight on it now that the bottom is on. And then what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna go ahead and connect the 4 top pieces to create the arch. Okay. So the only thing I would say with this, when you're doing the top part, you gotta make sure that the holes, the 2 ends have like a hole so you can connect with the rest of it, and make sure you're connected on the right side. So obviously this is the flush side is on the front, so you want to make sure the flush side is on the front here. All right, so I'm gonna go here and just connect this. Perfect. So yeah guys, that's the first one. And like I said, what am I? I'm 5'8". So this might actually be the 6.6. I'm gonna check. Oh, it actually has the, okay, so I just skipped right over the instructions, but anyways, it wasn't that hard to figure out. So this one is actually the 3x3 times 6x5, not 6x6. So that's a correction. 6x5. Wow. Okay, so that's a nice size arch, guys. Look at that. That's a nice size arch. I like it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take. Okay, so this arch cover is actually 6x6. Yeah, so it's like 1 inch bigger. So this is like kind of like beigey color. Okay, so this was also purchased on Amazon. The quality is very nice. It's nice and heavy. I like that. So shouldn't be able to see through it. Should be very opaque, not transparent. But I'm gonna put it on and see how it looks. So let's start with the top. Okay. Wow. Okay guys, I'm already liking this. I could definitely see myself doing this for clients. This is nice. Okay guys, so that's the first one. I just got to tuck the bottom a bit. But so far so good. And I have like my cricket, so obviously I could put, this needs to be shifted. Okay guys, that's pretty nice. I have the cricket, my cricket, so I could always do like a custom name vinyl that I could, you know, obviously I would have to lay this flat to add, you know, add the vinyl on, but I could add a vinyl on here. I could do an iron on if somebody wants something customized. But yeah guys, so that's the first one. So I'm just gonna put this to the side while I work on the second one. Not bad, not bad. And trust me guys, I'm not even gonna tell you how much I paid for this. I want you guys to run over to Amazon and check it out for yourself. You'll be surprised. But let me just say, well worth it, okay? It's well worth it for the price that I paid. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm not telling you what it is. I want you guys to run over to Amazon and check it out. All right, so let's get to the next one. You have the option to put, if you're using this outdoors, you have the option to put like a weight. And this is what I like about this base, because it's flat. It's not like the other one. So with this is good. You could put like a dumbbell, like one of those, not dumbbell, but the weights, the round ones. You could put them on the back of this for outdoors. Yeah, let's get to the next one. So now this is 4 times 7 by 2. Okay, so I was correct about that. Look, I won't go through the pieces again because it's the same exact pieces, except this one only comes with an extra piece at the top and I think it comes with an extra, yeah, extra piece at the top, and what else? Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and the bottom poles are longer, okay, because it's a little wider, so that's it. But yeah, I'm just gonna speed through this part because you already know from the first part how to put this together. All right, here we go. Okay guys, so that's it for the walls. Obviously, like you can see this one in the top corner, it's a little bit loose here, but I could always just use like one of those clips and pin it down to, you know, add my balloons. So I'm not even worrying about that section right there. I think I'm gonna be putting the balloons on the larger one here, so I'm gonna just switch them around real quick. I'm actually gonna move this here because I don't know if I have enough floor space because these things are a little longer and my carpet is kind of there, so let's see. So you could put them side by side or you could offset them. So this one I have like up front, and then the balloons, more than likely I think I'm gonna do coming from this side. Yeah, maybe I'll just do, I don't think I'm doing the full thing. Maybe I'll just do from the top there, come down, and then I'll figure something on this side. Okay? But yeah, guys. Yeah, it's a good look. So thumbs up for this arch wall and these arch covers. I guess if you want to get a tighter fit on the covers, you could size it down, you know, based on what they're offering. But I'd rather it be bigger than too small, because when it's too small, there's nowhere to go from there. At least if it's too big, I could always like pull it backwards a little bit to tighten it with some clamps or something. But when it's too small, there's nothing you could do. Okay, so I'll take these. But you guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna start inflating the balloons, and then yeah, we'll get back to this part. Okay, so stay tuned, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. So today, it's, as I said before, I'm doing something for Easter, like an Easter inspo. So for Easter, all you see is like a lot of pastel colors and, you know, like those nice fun tones. So yeah guys, so I'm gonna show you what colors I'm using today. These are all from Decomex. I'll be using 6 tones. And then guys, in another video, I'll show you how to make like pastel color balloons, or you know, how to create different color balloons. Okay, so the first color I'm using is the pastel sky blue. Okay, so it's pastel sky blue, pastel matte green. Lord of mercy, I just say mint. They're all these fancy names. Pastel yellowish. That's like literally what it's called. Okay. And so that's a pastel yellow. I have pastel taffy pink. Okay. Pastel Blush. Okay. And the last one is called Pastel Floral. Okay, Pastel Floral. So this is just like a pastel lavender color. Pastel orange. You know, it's just all like fancy names, okay? Just they're using all these names just to differentiate from other brands because they don't want all brands to be like yellow or pastel yellow or whatever. So they come up with their own, you know, names. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get started. I'm just gonna be doing them in clusters. So I'll start inflating, and then later on I'll add in some of the 18-inch balloons. And then there's some other things that I'm gonna put in there, but I'll start off with inflating the balloons, okay? All right, so pump is ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and inflate. These I'll probably make them at a bigger size, to be honest, so it's more full. And that's one thing I like about these balloons, like they're very flexible, so you could really blow them up to a nice size without having to, you know, let all the air out. So just round it out. Okay, I'm just gonna do my one tie. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Nice. So I'll do some bigger ones, and then so when I'm building my garlands, guys, this is also a tip. Some people, when they do their garland, like everything is the same size, like they literally build it like they're building a column or an arch. When you're doing a garland, you want it to be organic. You don't want to have to, you know, make it all these fillers. I put a lot of fillers in my garland because I feel like it elevates it so much and it just makes it look unique and different. But some people don't like that. Some people just want to put like a cluster there, and that's okay. To each his own. But for me, I like when it's a little bit, you know, got a little more detail to it. So what I do sometimes, I kind of like count. So I'll say I'll make 3 of the same style, right? 3 like that. Then I'll do 3 of a different style, then 3 of a different style. So when you combine all of them together, it's like a nice organic look already without the clusters, like the little fillers. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna do 3. So I'm doing 3 of the bigger size. Okay. Then what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna do 3 more, but they're gonna be different sizes. So I'll have like a smaller version and then a medium one. Okay, so like a medium small, tie those together, and I'll do like 3 of these. Okay. That's it. So that's 3. And then what I could do now, I could either do 2 small ones or 2 medium ones, or a small one and a big one. So let's do that. So we got like a big one, and then I'll do like a small one like this. Okay. And this is just, I'm telling you, you're building an organic garland. So when you do it like that, your thing it already comes out looking organic. And when you do it like this, guys, then you require less fillers, okay? Because you already have some small ones in there. So you don't have to now go and try to fit all these small ones just to... it looks like it's organic. Alright, so I think I have 9. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna go ahead now and just start to like interlock them. Okay, like that. Like this. See? Different range, different sizes. Sometimes you gotta think outside the box, guys, when you're doing these things, because like I said, I'm all about streamlining process. Okay, so I'll do this one separate and then I'll connect them together. So far, guys, this is what I have. Okay, you gotta pick where you want to be the front. So obviously I'm gonna pick the side that have like the smaller ones in the front, because now it's less fillers that I have to put in there. So this is like a key tip. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and create one in each color, and then we'll combine them. Okay. And it's just gonna be the same method. Okay guys, so that's it for the balloons. I don't think I'm gonna be inflating much more of these. I'm gonna do a few fillers, and then I have some foil balloons that I'm gonna be using and some 260. So I'll show you what I'm doing with the 260. But yeah guys, for now, just stay tuned. I'll be back to show you once I have the fillers. Okay guys, in order to attach my balloon to this arch walls, I'll be using these clamps. Oopsie. Okay, I have these clamps. You could get them from Amazon, you could get them from Home Depot. Okay, so I got a couple different ones. I also have this style, okay, which is more of a flat one. It's like a metal, so you know, whatever works for you guys. Try to get the sturdy ones with these, because remember, especially if you're doing outdoor events, you want to make sure that it's going to stay up and not blow away. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on and so you guys can see. So I'll be tying one 260 at the bottom down here. So the next one I'm just going to put like maybe halfway up. So around here should be good. This one is not going to go all the way to the top. And then for this one, I'm going to go add a couple. I'll probably add one at the top there, one right here, and then the other one between the bottom and this one. Okay, and that's just to make sure I have enough places to secure my garland. So basically, I'm gonna tie the bottom. I'm gonna tie to the base, so that's why I did not put one at the bottom. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my 260s, okay? You don't want to put the 260s too loose, because if you do, then the balloon's gonna be too like wobbly. You want to make sure the 260s are tight enough so when you put the 260s around the balloon sits nicely on here. So when I'm to add the 260, what all I do is open this, the mouth, slide my 260 in all the way to the back, and then I clamp it down, and then I just make a knot at the end to create like a loop, and I'll just use this to slide over my clusters. So it's easy as that, guys. Same thing here, all the way to the back, and tie. And this is just to make sure that it's secure and it doesn't come back out. This one's a little tall, so I'm gonna get my spool. I'm literally doing the same thing here at the top. And guys, if these were the wooden walls, this would have been my same method. I do the same exact thing for the wooden walls. So this is not something different I'm doing because of these walls. I would have done the same thing for the wooden walls. If I don't do this for the wooden walls, my alternative is to use like those adhesive hooks, like the really big ones, and I just use my staple gun and staple them to the walls. So I'm sure that's not gonna come back off. This is a good alternative for indoors. For outdoors, I really go in with my staple gun because it gets windy, the weather is so unpredictable outside. So yeah, guys. So for right now, like I said, this is just a simple garland just to give you guys some ideas. I'm not going crazy with like making it too extra full or anything. Plus, I'm gonna be having some additional pieces on here. So I'm just gonna go ahead now and just tie them, connect them together. I think I'm gonna do 4 on this side and then 2 on that side. So I'm just gonna go ahead, no specific order, guys. However you want to put it, like, go ahead. See, I already have like some mini smaller balloons in there, so I won't add that many fillers. I'll probably do like 2 fillers on each, to be honest, only because the balloons are already sized, some of them are already small, and then I'm going to be adding additional balloons, so I need to make room for all those other things. I want to fill up with a mini cluster, then on top of that I'm adding foil balloons. So this bottom piece, I'm going to set it going across because I want it to have a wider base. And then I'll just attach it together. Okay, so now that I've attached all this garland together, I'm just going to go in now and find my 260 balloons. And I'm not just wrapping it over a balloon, guys. The reason why I'm not just wrapping it over a balloon, because in case that balloon that you wrap it over pop, then the entire thing comes apart. So, well, or at least that section comes apart because you're relying on that one balloon to secure it. What I do is I find where I tie the necks and I loop around where I tie the necks, okay? And then I find a neck of a balloon somewhere in that cluster, and then I tie them together. So it's not necessarily around the balloon, it's around the necks that's collecting the garland. So if a balloon did pop, I don't have to worry that the garland is gonna come apart. So that's a tip there. And I'm just gonna continue the same process for the entire thing. So I'm just finding where I tie the balloons, and I'm looping the 260 around it, okay, tightly, so this way the balloons sit nicely, okay. And then once I do that, I go ahead, find a loose neck, and then I tie that together. Oops. that, you can rearrange the balloons. Obviously, there's nothing inside of this middle part. It's not like the wooden walls, so balloons will push against it. You can always rearrange your balloons. Okay guys, so you should already be able to see that the balloon garland is more organic than versus like some of the ones that I've done in the past without the minis, because the size, choosing different sizes, obviously it makes a difference. Okay, so that one that pop, I'm just tying it off with another net so the second one doesn't come up. Play with it however you want to, you know, until you get the desired look. Right now, I'm not even gonna put a 360 at the bottom, only because I'm indoors and it's not really seeming like it needs it. If I was outdoor, I would definitely do the 260 at the bottom to secure that bottom piece. But for right now, I'm just gonna go ahead without it since this is just a demonstration. And on this side now, I'm gonna start off with my pink at the bottom, going across like this to create a wider base, and then on top I'm going to be adding the blue. Okay, I'm just facing, making sure the smaller balloons that are in this cluster, that they're facing forward, so at least you can see that organic look, that organic look. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie these together. Alright, now that I've done that, I'm make sure this sits flat on the floor, and then I'm gonna go in and do the same thing. This one is a little bit different, this hook. So what I do is, instead of, you have two choices. You could wrap it around here like this, the same way, or you could go through that hole. But for me, I'm just gonna do it this way, just because I want to make sure that it's actually secured. Make sure this part doesn't come off. Yeah. There we go. There. I'm just gonna go ahead now and make sure this is flat on the floor, and then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna move it down a little bit because it's not as high as I thought it was gonna be. And then I'm gonna do the same process by going around the neck, pulling it tight enough so it sits nicely, and then just tying it off with a neck from another balloon. And like I said, this is a fabric material, so obviously the balloons will push on it. So you just have to find ways to rearrange and push those bigger balloons to the front, so it's not making like a dent in there. And for this one now, since it's kind of shifting at the bottom, this one I will tie down. That one is sitting nice. This one is moving a little bit, so I'll just tie it around the leg, since this part is not going to be visible for anybody to see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tie it around the leg, and I'm just gonna secure my cluster by doing the same exact thing. Right? And like I said, guys, it's moving around now because I'm working on it. But you have the option of putting some kind of weight on these legs because they're a little wider. So whatever works for you, honestly. So. And how that sits in the front. I'm trying to push away the bigger balloons so that they're not pushing too much on the wall. So just trying to situate them a bit. tip for these arch covers, I would say sometimes you could get the ones that have the zip at the bottom. If you wanted to have like a tighter feel, like this was like a rush order, like I just grabbed something that was already available on Amazon. But I've created these arch covers in the past for clients where there's like a zipper on the bottom, so it wraps around the pole at the bottom and it zips up. So this way this gives you like a tighter fit and it doesn't move around as much as like, for instance, at the bottom, moving around and stuff. So that's something to keep in mind. You can always order. There are a lot of places out where you could order these backdrops, but for me, like honestly, based off of what I've ordered in the past, as far as custom backdrops, like these type of backdrops, I usually go with AliExpress. It's pretty reasonable. The only thing with AliExpress, you guys gotta order in advance because sometimes things could get delayed, and yeah, that's like a deal breaker. So if you're going for a specific look, and you could send them like a custom image, like I do custom digital images, digital backdrops and stuff, I create them. So if the client reach out to me and say, oh, I want something that's Cocomelon, I could create something Cocomelon that fits on here. I mean, or I create a PNG file or image or SVG image, and I'll just send them the file and they actually put the file on here for me. Okay, so it fits perfectly based on the size that you choose. The quality is really good, and like I said, some of them come with the zipper at the bottom. So AliExpress, you could do that with the circle ones, you could do that with these. You could order regular backdrops from there. I don't do that because it's usually like the little ones that you get from Amazon that just goes behind a cake table, but that's an option for the backdrop there. You could order them here in the United States. AliExpress is based in China, so obviously if you order from them, the things are coming from China, so it takes a little longer. If you want something last minute, there are some options here in the United States that are more expensive, so you gotta pick your poison, okay? All right, so now all I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna put these little fillers in. It's only, like I said, I only did 2 of each color because like I said, some of them are already small in there. I'm probably gonna be adding some 18 inches, just like maybe 1 on each for each color. And then I'm gonna do some foil balloon. So stay tuned. I'm just gonna be blowing up these daisy balloons. I'm gonna do 4 of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over my pump to this one because I'm also gonna be doing some 260s. So I'm just gonna attach my smaller nozzle here. Okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead, find the valve and just insert inside of there. And guys, when you do this, just kind of press down here, yeah, to kind of seal it. But these are some cute little daisy flowers that I'm just going to be adding to the garland. So I'll probably just do a couple of them. I'll probably just tape this down here or use a glue dot or a glue dash to, you know, fold this section down. And guys, for me to add these to the garland, I'm going to just take some painter's tape and a 260 balloon. Okay, so let me just demonstrate how I'm doing this. And since this is the tape that I have right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and tape this down using this tape because it's not gonna be showing anyways. Because I just want it to look like flush, where it's not like the thing's just hanging down. But anyways, guys, I'm just gonna take 1 260 balloon and I'm just gonna put it on the center part here. Let's grab my table so I can demonstrate this better. Okay, and then I'm just gonna be doing the same thing as if I was, you know, doing with my gaffer's tape. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape that down. I would probably suggest using the gaffer's tape. I don't have any at the moment, so that's why I'm using this, and because this is just for demonstration. But if you have the gaffer's tape, I would definitely suggest using that instead, just to make sure that it stays together. Okay. Also, guys, with these, like, these are pretty simple balloons, so you could essentially just do some glue dashes on top and just attach it to the balloon. Well, I'm just showing you alternative, okay? So all I'm gonna do now is just make a little knot, and I just like created this loop that I'm gonna just like loop it over the balloon. So I'm just gonna put another, like I said, I would recommend using, I'm just doing this for the purpose of this tutorial. I would recommend using the gaffer's tape. It's very lightweight, so it's not gonna, you know, be anything too crazy. Yeah, that's it. I'm just the other alternative, guys, instead of this, something that would have been more like stronger, like if you don't have the U glue, another alternative would be to use those hooks, the adhesive hooks, and you just stick the adhesive side here, have the hook, you tie a 260 to the hook, and then you just loop it over your balloon. So that's what it is for now, guys. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep blowing those up. Before I do that, I'm just gonna demonstrate to you. I'm gonna be making some like those curly balloons. So what I'm gonna be doing, and this is why I switch over to this pump that has this nozzle that's created for 260 balloons. I'm just gonna take a can. You could use anything. You could use like a hand pump or anything that's kind of like has like something that you could hold on to. So basically what I did, I just tie a 260 balloon really tight on here, and then I'm just gonna take this tip and put underneath for it to hold it down while I am inflating it. Okay, so basically like that. Usually what I do, I kind of pre-stretch it by inflating it one time and then deflating it, so just to give me some room to work with, guys. Okay, so this is now really stretchy versus what it was before. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna flatten it out and just wrap it around until you have no room left. So now I have no room left, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and start inflating this. So you kind of want to keep this together a bit. So I'm just going to go ahead. I didn't inflate it all the way because I don't want it to be too big. So what you could do, you could kind of just tighten it up if you want to. Just work with it a little. But basically this is what it's going to look like. It's just giving you like one of those little spiral curly. I'm just gonna tie it off. I'm gonna go ahead and tie this top part off too, and then cut off the excess. So basically, you could curl it to tighten it. You know, you don't want to get it like tighter. Guys, I'm back and I'm about to finalize this garland. So for the first thing I'm gonna be doing, I have quite a few things here. I have like 4 things here. I have the daisies that I showed you previously, as well as I have a couple of 18-inch balloons, and then I have the spirals, and I have some mini fillers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put these in first. Okay, I'm gonna add these in first by just wrapping around. I'm just trying to see where to put it. Actually, I think it's more visible up here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add those in, and the 18-inch balloons. Okay. I'm just gonna go. Okay guys, so we're finally at the end of this video. I know this is a long one, but I really wanted to take the time to kind of share this idea with you guys as far as the arch walls, how you could maximize your profits, you know, and offer your clients something new that was going to be more cost effective for them. The balloons, I try to stay more on the simple side. I did not make it too full, but it was just nice and cute. I added little elements to it, like the little daisies and the 260 curling balloons. That was a nice little touch. I finished it off with a little rabbit. But yeah guys, overall the look is really given. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, and comments, and leave your feedback below. Let me really know what you think about this one. Okay guys, and is there anything that you would add on to this? I mean, the only thing that I see that I would probably add on to this right now is maybe like a sign, whether it be like a happy Easter sign or, you know, something like that. So I don't know, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, what you would add on or do different. I'm open to all suggestions and ideas. And yeah guys, this is a creative space, so don't feel like shy or, you know, like your opinion doesn't matter or anything like that. I'm open to all of your suggestions and feedbacks. Okay guys, until next time, I'll see you.